everyone. Today I'm going through a training for Hitachi S-4800. I'm going to show you how to load the samples, take pictures, and take out it from the microscope. In other videos I will show you how to prepare a sample for SEM analysis, but in this one we are just going to show you and introduce you to the microscope. So I encourage you to, before watching this video, watch the other video that we have for introduction to electron microscopy, and then watch this. So I go through some basics. This is the electron gun. That's here is the electron gun. Then we have a amplifier next to the electron gun. We have a beam aperture here. We have an objectivable movable aperture here. Cold trap for any contamination that you have. So you put liquid nitrogen in this. If you have a high contamination inside the chambers, and there is a cold trap that can collect your contamination to it. And the main chamber, that's the main chamber that the sample goes inside through the lockbox. We call this lockbox. The entire thing is in vacuum, but when you are going to load your sample, you put the sample here, you vacuum here and put air here for loading and unloading your samples. So for loading and unloading, you are going to use this box. The detectors that we have on this microscope is two secondary electron. One is here, the other one is down here. So we have down and we have up, two secondary electron microscope. This microscope has also a backscatter detector, which is back here. Whenever you want to use it, you want to scroll it all the way inside the chamber. So that's the backscatter detector. EDS detector. So if you are doing any EDS analysis, you can use this detector to do your EDS analysis. So that's the control for the vacuum. So you are not going to do anything with these keys. You are not going to touch them. These are only for service, and if something happened to the microscope, then you can ask us to do it for you. So entire microscope, the bottom line, now the control panel. You have the control panel, you have the keyboard, the navigation scroller, and knobs for adjusting the beam shift, magnification, astigmatism, focus, brightness, and contrast. And then the computer for the unit is installed inside this cabinet. Yep. We are asking users to don't put any flash drive to this computer, so whenever you're finished with your data, there is a computer out there that you can use to retract your data. Okay, let's start from here. So first we ask users to log in the log sheet. So kindly ask you to log in your information before you start, and then you can prepare your sample here with the equipment tools that we have over here. We have two conductive tapes. So I suggest you again, you can watch the video for preparing samples for SEM analysis, how we use these tools to prepare a sample for SEM analysis. Here we have different kind of stops, and again, if you watch that video, you can know which one is proper for you, and you can use that. So I'm going to start with a ready-to-go sample that is coated with gold. It's a non-conductive sample, it's a glass ceramic sample, and I'm going to put this inside the microscope. Anything that you are putting in the microscope, the height should be less than this. So that's the height that you need to check, because otherwise you will hit the gun and you will break the microscope. So make sure everything that you prepare after you load your sample on it, the height is smaller than here. You can see. The sample holder, which is this kind of thing, has two sides. One is the big side and one is the small side. Always make sure the big side is facing down, because you can prepare this in both sides, but always make sure you are preparing this like this, so the big side is facing down. You can If you forget, you can just follow these pictures over here. You can see, again, the back side is facing down. So this back side is facing down. Another important thing is when you prepare your samples here, make sure nothing is coming out from that back side out, because again, it's going to stick inside the microscope and you are not able to take it out. So make sure no screw or anything is coming out from the other side. Okay, so this is our sample. We already prepared it. It's ready to go. Nothing is coming out from the other side. And now we go here to the microscope. All right, that's the lockbox that we are going to put our sample inside. There is a manual for this machine and you can follow this also, and if you have any question you can ask us. But before that, if you know the logic behind this, you never forgot, and even you don't want to look into the manual. So what is the logic? The entire chamber is in vacuum. You don't want to break the vacuum while you are putting your sample inside. So what you do, you use a chamber. It's a very small box called lockbox. There are controls here that you can use. It's open, close, evacuate, and air. So right now, the door is closed and the box is evacuated. You can see this closed and open is the door that is inside. So you can see far at the end, there is a door. That door opens with these keys. And air and vacuum is to put air and evacuate here. So right now it's evacuated, I can't open it. Let's put air inside. So air is blinking. Now that's solid sound, air is solid, and now I can open the door. All right, now the door is open. This is the knob. It has two sides. You see here, it's unlock and lock. So you can do it unlock and lock position. Put it on unlock position, push it forward. So here, you see when I'm turning it to the unlock and lock position, that thing is changing on the middle. So you see here. So put it on unlock position like this. Then slide in this sample holder that you prepared. You see, you slide it in into these two things. Slide it in. So slide in, then lock it. Now it's locked. It's fixed. Now take it back. Close the door and evacuate here. So now we are evacuating this box. Okay, I'm waiting for the sound, and okay, that's the sound, and the evacuate is solid. Now I need to open that door, so to put my sample inside. Open is blinking. I can see inside and see what's happened after the door is open. Okay, the door is open. Now I can push it all the way in. It's very important. All the way in. And then unlock it. Unlock it. And now take it out. All the way out. You see the sample is in. Now close the door. So my sample's inside. And I can start. To start with, there are 3 taps to the right. Usually, you can find this menu if it's not there, and it can switch between sides, but this panel is usually on the right side. You can just push it and see what you have inside. You have SEM tab, you have stage tab, and you have utility. To start with, we go to the stage tab. On the stage tab, you can find out where is the stage right now. You can see it's here, far end. This, we call it exchange position. This is the position that you can reach your sample or your sample holder or your stage with this rod. And you can load it and unload it from the chambers. That's why we call it exchange position. So right now it's in exchange position, it's a far end, and I want to bring it to the middle to start my analysis. So let's push home button. So stage start moving towards to the center. Right now magnification is 70, so I will decrease the magnification by pushing here. Go to the pushing the high and low magnification key on next to the magnification thing. So if you push this, it will go low mag 25x, and make sure your magnification knob is to the end. So that's the minimum that we can go with this. So it's 25x. It's easier for navigation and find the sample. It's on home position. Home position, the green light is solid. Now I can choose my voltage and current, which we talked about it before. So I choose 50 and 10 and turn on the beam. It gives me a warning that the sample holder size and the sample height chosen standard. Are you sure these are the right things? So make sure always you are smaller than the size that you are telling the machine. So while you are tilting, you are not hitting anything inside the chamber. So 3" and the sample height is standard. Usually we don't change this, but ask me if you need any question or help on this. So if you see your sample thing is less than 3" and the height is standard, you're okay. So you push OK. Now on the microscope, you see this HV light will goes on. So that means the gun is on. And here we are waiting for the beam. Okay. Beams is here. To begin with, I can do auto brightness and contrast. This calls auto brightness and contrast. Now I can see. Now with this scroller, I can navigate X and Y on my sample. And I can see from this side where am I, yep. So you need to navigate and find your sample inside the chamber. We put it on number 5, so that's number 5 on that thing. That's the copper tape. Usually copper tape looks like this inside the microscope, in the electron microscope. And that's my rectangle sample. You see here? That's my rectangle sample. That's the tape that I put it on the top. And that's the other side. Alright? Now, you can find any feature that helps you to magnify and focus on your sample. So I will choose these like these crackers. What I will do next, I will increase my magnification. Increase the magnification. And then try to focus with just turning the focus knobs. So I will turn this one. I will turn this one to make this on focus. See, it's a focus. Now, what I will do next, I switch to the high magnification by pushing this. I will go to high magnification, then push auto brightness and contrast button. Then again, by using this fine knob, I will try to focus on the sample. Then increase the magnification by this knob. increase it, increase it, increase it, increase it. And then again, by using the fine, I will try to focus on the sample. Now it's focused, yeah? Again, increase the magnification. Try to focus. Somewhere around 5K, you can start your alignment. So now, I can start my alignment. Before that, on the SEM tab, I can see what kind of detector that I'm using right now. So 2 secondary electron, we talk about this. One of them is upper and the other one is lower. So that's the upper, and we talk about it and show you the lower one, yeah? So the lower one is here. That's the lower one, and that far back there is the backside detector. Right now, both secondary electrons are selected and we are in a mixed mood. Okay. Now let's start the alignment. Push the alignment button. Beam align. Push the beam. We want to make sure the beam is in the center of the column. So when you push that beam alignment thing, then automatically on this here, the beam alignment will be activated. And these two right now are controlling the beam position. So see if I turn them, actually I'm relocating the beam. So I make sure by these two, I'm putting that on the center. Next thing to do is to align the aperture. You should see only in and out. You shouldn't see any X or Y movement. Right now, you see we have a little bit Y. So by these knobs again, I will try. See now, here is not moving anymore. Increase the magnification. Make sure the moving is not there. We are in 22K. Increase the magnification. Make sure it's not there. If it's, then try to adjust the movement. And now we can go to the next one, the stigmatism. Stigmatism, usually I prefer to do it manually. I will show you after how to adjust that stigmatism manually. So you go and choose, this is just automatically. So you choose the astigmatism. Again, if you see any movement in X and Y, you will try to adjust that by just turning these two knobs. In Y direction, we have a little bit. Okay, now it's just going in and out by these two, in and out. Then we are finished. Right now, we did all the alignments that is necessary for the machine. So again, trying with this fine and focus, fine and coarse for the focus, I will try to have my image on a better thing. So right now, you see, I'm trying. All right, increase the magnification. Try, and this. Now I'm on 100K. Next, what I will do, I will check the astigmatism. So if the astigmatism is there, when I'm turning the focus knob, it should go blurry, focus, and blurry. I shouldn't see any stretching either to this side or this side. If I see any stretching, I need to adjust it by these two, by putting this on exactly on the focus point, and then try to see if I can improve the image by just turning the astigmatism knob. So put it in the middle. Let's find a contamination or something, which is very small, like this. You go here. Now, usually when you are doing alignments, it's better to choose a smaller window instead of having the whole window, and it's very difficult for you to identify what's going on. So what I'm suggest is using this read button on the next to the auto brightness and contrast, you can have a smaller window, and it's make it easier for you to control and adjust the parameters for astigmatism or focusing on your sample. Again, I will try to see. Now it's focus. Here is the focus point. And see, when I'm changing the astigmatism, things start to stretching. This is the place that nothing is stretching, and I'm in 100, let's say 100K. So that's thing that I'm not astigmated. If the beam is astigmated, then you will see everything wrong. You will see everything stretching. Go fast one again. On here you have different kind of speeds for the beam. Fast one, if I push it one more time, is fast 2, slow 1, slow 2. Usually fast 1 is good for navigation, and slow 5 it is good for imaging. So right now we are just navigating, so I'm using fast 1. Let's zoom out. Now let's go away from the crack, since the beam is already aligned. Auto brightness and contrast. Now I will try to increase the magnification, and then using the other knob to focus better on my sample. Go here, focus, and now go back. Now let's say I'm going to take an image at 5K. I always ask users, if you want to take an image at 5 or any magnification, do your alignment and your focus at least a double or third time of your magnification, and then zoom out back to your desired magnification and take your image. This will improve the quality of your image. So let's say we want to take an image at 5K. We will zoom at 10K or 20K. Try to focus on the sample. See if there is any astigmatism is there or not. Adjust the astigmatism. Then go back to 5. Auto brightness and contrast. You can change it manually here also. Auto brightness and contrast you can, and then change the scan speed to slow 5. And push 1280 button. So if you push 1280 button, the system will go and start capturing and saving your image. So that's our first image at 5K. So it's a glass ceramic sample. You can see ceramics and you can see glass. I confirmed that with the XRD and EDS analysis after, but I already know these white particles are the glass, and this black thing is the glass. So these are the ceramics, and the other things are the glass. Next, now the image is captured is over here. Now I can choose change my speed to fast 1 again, run it, and there we go. So again, I can navigate and find another location or increase my magnification. Let's go this time to 50K. But before that, I will use a smaller one, go to at least 100K. If you push it one more time, it will be like this. So it will be easier for you that's the pump. So I'm trying to adjust the astigmatism. and then focus on the sample. See, right now it's blurry, focus, blurry. There's no stretching, so beam is fine. Now I can go back to 50K. Slow 5. Auto brightness, contrast, or use the brightness and contrast knobs on the microscope, and then 1280. So I'm taking the image. This sample is coated with gold. So this kind of structure that you start seeing after 30 or 40K is the gold structure particles that we already coated on the sample. So I'm seeing the gold particles something around 50K. I start to see those particles. Those particles are around 20 to 30 nanometer in size. So we save this. I'm going to finish this session by saving these two images, and then on the next video I'm going to show you how to change your voltage, working distance, your detectors, and other stuff. But right now you know how to choose your kV and current from here. Turn on the beam. This is your scanning speeds. This is your auto brightness and contrast key, and here you are changing your magnification to low and high, and controlling it from here, the magnification that you are using. So that's for now. Now we have two images here. You can directly select these two and save it through here, or you can digitally enhance them and then save them. To digitally enhance them, you will push PCI button. Again, you select your image, push PCI button, it will come to this window. On this window, you can go process, histogram, and push the auto button. This will digitally enhance your image. Then okay, the other one, process, histogram, this and this. Then you can save your images or export them from here to your folder, and then extract your data from the other computer. Thank you for watching this. So hopefully this will be useful for you for your analysis. Now I can turn off the beam, and then after on the next session we will go with different things that we are using with this microscope. Thank you.